Brandon Jackson here, Young Bold and Regal creator. We're here with the amazing, extraordinaire celebrity fitness trainer, Max Solomon. He's innovative, he's creative. He has something called Hit-Robix that'll beat your ass in the gym, but it'll get you started.
Yep.
I'm gonna have him introduce himself right now.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? My name is Max Solomon. I'm the owner and the creator of the Hit-Robix workout, which is a hip-hop aerobics class combined with hit-style exercises done in a tempo-based format. So it's really meant to increase your heart rate throughout the entirety of the workout and to burn as many calories as possible. So.
And as you know, us being Black men, the older we get, the more we have to pay attention to our health
Right.
and wealth. Statistically, our blood pressure would go up. Statistically, Black men, as they get older, get a lot of health issues. So what do you emphasize not only to your clients who are Black men, but to all your clients on simple things they can do to keep their exercise game right?
Man, start early, man. Start as early as possible, because what you don't want to do is be in your 50s and now you have all these, diseases or whatever the case may be, and now you got to start from day one, from scratch. And it's tough. A lot of people that I know have diabetes as older adults, and they're just now getting into the fitness game, and it's tough because they didn't start when they were younger. So my advice to everybody is just to start as quickly, as early as possible, man. So once you develop these small habits, it leads into, your future life. So I just advocate people just start early as possible.
Tell us a little bit more about your fitness journey, where your love and where your passion came from it, and then where you said you turned the corner and you said you really wanted to make this not only a lifestyle, but your profession.
Man, so I have a athletic background, played, basketball and football in high school. And then I ended up playing football for just a brief period in college. So I've always been, in shape. I've always worked out. I've been working out really since I was like 13 years old. I'm 26 now. So, the fitness side of things have really never been hard for me. I really just needed to understand why the body did certain things. And that's when, I went to school, got my degree in kinesiology. And then from there, I just fell in love with it, just ended up, sticking with it. And, here we are today.
What's the best feedback you've gotten from a client maybe that was unexpected? I know you work with a lot of great clients, but what is something they gave to you where you're like, wow, I didn't even know I had that type of impact?
Man, all my clients are great, from the Hit-Robix clients to the personal one-on-one clients to my online clients. I love all of them. And I think the best, feedback I've gotten was, just to keep doing what I'm doing, is because they've seen me start from the bottom. A lot of people don't know this, but I used to work valet about a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. And that's really where I met one of my biggest celeb clients, Sky Black. We were both doing valet up there in West Hollywood at a hotel.
Wow.
So me and him just became super close working there. And once the pandemic hit, he just started taking off with his career. And then that's when I really started building my business up, and things started to elevate from there. So I think a lot of people just tell me, like, we've seen the growth and, we're really proud of you. And that's one thing that's really hit home for me, because I know where I started at. And just for people to see that progress and that growth, man, it means a lot.
And tell us a little bit more about when the pandemic really hit and everybody had to stay home. What clicked in your mind to say, I need to get heavy on my game as far as Hit-Robix, as far as online classes? Did you already have that in mind and you were easy into it?
I was like, I got to do this. This is the time now. There's not going to be another time like this. Everybody's at the house. Everybody's locked down. So it's like their attention is right there. So I had to do like anything I could just to stay in people's face. So at the time when, the pandemic first hit, I started doing the IG Live workouts. And that's when that was like huge. Everybody was doing IG Live workouts. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I got to get people to know about Hit-Robix. I got to get people to get with this program. So I was going live like every Wednesday and Saturday for like the last, I would say, what, 8-10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So when we finally opened back up again for like the second time, I started to finally see people gravitate towards my class.
Yeah.
Because prior to lockdown, I held a class for the first time, and it went great for the first, class. I had done a free class for people to come through and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I mean, it was just hard to keep people. There'll be weeks on end where I would get nobody.
Yeah.
And I would be so discouraged, and I'm just like, man, I got to figure this out. And then boom, pandemic hits. Now everybody's on lockdown. I'm like, all right, this is the perfect time just to get in people's faces. IG live workouts every Wednesday, Saturday, boom.
When people started coming back in person, which people are still trying to come back in person to what you do and other things, did you feel more of like a community feel, or maybe it was a client pre-COVID, but now they're like extra motivated to
Yeah, for sure, man. When people finally started coming back, I was probably one of the few people that were really still doing classes in the Valley area. As far as I know, I didn't know too many people that were still doing classes. And if they were, I wasn't hearing about it, So a lot of people would just be coming to my class, and, that's when things really started to elevate. I started getting 5 people, then 10 people, then 15 people.
Mm-hmm.
At one point I had 25 people in class, on a Wednesday night one night. And I was just like, man, it's working. Whatever I did to get here is working.
Yeah.
So that's when I really started to see that community form. People just loving class, people, making friends with one another, people just, enjoying each other's company and, amidst of what was going on at the time. And it was just great to see, man. It was just great to see my vision come to life. It was great to see an idea I had come to life. And, it was just a good thing to see.
Yeah. And getting back into the celebrity trainer aspect of your career, we know with celebrities in particular, people who want to be action stars or in the movies, it is their job. It's in their contract to look incredibly fit. So how do you curate it for each or different celebrity, whether it be a male celebrity who's looking to slim down, or maybe a male celebrity who wants to be an action star, or a female star who wants to be an action star? How do you curate it?
Basically, man, it's real simple. They just tell me what they want, and I just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple. They tell me, yo, this is what I want to look like. All right, cool. Boom, let's do it. It gets done. So it's really nothing I haven't done before. They're just like everybody else. You want to lose weight? We can lose weight. You want to gain muscle? We can gain muscle. You want to bulk up? We'll bulk up. So it's just what I do. I've been doing this for about 6 years now. I started in 2015 when I first started training. When I was 20 years old, and I'm 26 now. So I've been doing this for a while, and so it's really nothing just to get people what they want. It just takes some time. That's all.
Have you ever had a client, honestly, after day one, they were like, I'm ready to tap out, and you had to talk them back into say like, hey, we're gonna stick to it, we're gonna keep going, and you have to give them a little extra motivation?
Yeah, all the time, man. I see, especially in my classes. It's really not the easiest class to do. A lot of people are intimidated by it, and I get it. Especially if you haven't worked out before, like it's gonna be intimidating. It's gonna be scary. But what I like to do is I just like to tell people, man, look, I just need you to finish. I don't need you to be perfect. I don't need you to keep up with the class. I just need you to finish. Give me everything that you got. Give me all your effort, and I'm good with that. That's all I want.
When it comes to creating your class, when it comes to Hit-Robix and your online class, was it surprising to you how many people had shown up to the online classes, and were you like, wow, this is so dope, or were you just kind of expecting that at the time?
It's a little bit of both. I definitely was surprised that people were definitely subscribing and tuning in. It was crazy to see people like, record themselves on IG and then post themselves on IG and tag me in it, and I see them, doing the class.
Yeah.
And I would see myself on the screen. It was crazy for me to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dope. But also I always knew, like, if you put the work in, if you stay consistent, man, if you upload it every day. I've been uploading videos since last July.
That's smart.
You know what I mean? So I haven't really stopped since last July. Uh-oh. We good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Yeah, so I haven't really stopped since last July, man. And I knew that if I stayed consistent, people were just gonna gravitate towards the class.
What more do you want to do in your career? Do you want to create a book? Do you want to link up with a corporation or a company, or have a company come to you? What do you foresee when it comes to your career?
Oh man, that's a big question, man.
Yeah.
That's a really big question, bro. And I tell people this all the time. Like, people ask me that all the time. Like, where do you see your business going in the next 10, 15 years? And, how do you want your classes to go? I mean, for me, I don't have an answer for that, only because I'm always thinking about what the next thing is. So if I accomplish one goal, I'm like, okay, what's the next one? So it's like, it's a never ending process. But as far as how I want my life to look, I want freedom. And that's really the end all be all with me. I want freedom to do whatever I want to do, when I want to do. And that's really the bottom line with that. But for business wise, man, I'm always going to keep elevating with business. That's always going to happen. So I'm not really worried about how I want my business to look. I have an idea of how, everything wants to play out, but that's as far as just scaling and getting bigger and bigger, man. The sky's the limit for me, and I know that. So, but like I said, as far as life goes, man, just freedom, really.
And then ideally, if you haven't trained them already, ideally, who would you want to train? Maybe you see somebody in the papers who what's it called, who just got booked for an awesome role, and you're like, oh, I'd love to train them for that. Who are you thinking out there? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a celebrity. It could be a figure. It could be somebody in mind that you thought that we wouldn't even know. Let us know right now.
Just one person?
You could pick like 3 to 5 people.
All right, I'll tell you my top 5 people.
Okay.
I'll tell you 5 people. Number 1 would probably be Oprah.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah,
good.
I would love to train Oprah. 2, I would love to train Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he's already on his fitness game too. So like,
yeah, I saw that
level. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I would love to train Jeff Bezos. 3, Jay-Z.
Yeah,
just because he's one of my favorite hip hop artists, so I gotta throw him in there. Number 4, it's getting tough out here, man. Probably Rihanna, man. Honestly,
yeah,
Rihanna. I gotta tap into that female market. She represents a different type of crowd, so I gotta tap into that crowd. Rihanna, definitely. So what we at, 4?
Yeah.
And the last person I probably want to train. Ooh, man, that's hard. Whew. Okay. We got music. We got entrepreneurs. I probably want to train Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Nice. They're out here in Southern California.
I'll probably want to train both. Yeah, I'll probably want to train them. Exactly. That's some real stuff. That's a whole different level.
Yeah, that would be super dope. And then obviously we have the Olympics coming up shortly. You say you have an athletic background. Now, when it comes to training an athlete and athletes, which you've done before, how they tell you what they want exactly, right? Of course,
right.
But how do you work with them to get to that next level of their training? What do you do specifically with them?
I mean, we just take it one step at a time. Nothing happens overnight. With athletes, it's a little bit different with athletes. The training with athletes is a lot different, only because of, now it's targeting sport-specific type of exercises. You're not really training just to look good. it's really for performance. And I have a degree in sports performance. So I have a background in that. So when it comes to athletes, man, it's a lot more attention to detail, because now, especially when you're working with the pros, now you're dealing with a lot of money, hundreds of millions of dollars. And you got to make sure that, you understand what you're doing. Obviously, I haven't gotten to that level yet.
Yeah.
But I understand the level that it takes to get there. And when you're in that level, you have to understand that, these are people that are coming to you. Now organizations are involved. Now agents are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now fans are involved.
So
yeah,
a lot of politics involved.
It's a lot of politics involved. So now you have to, now you have to take all that into consideration. So now it's like, okay, I really have to watch what I'm doing. Like everything I do with this guy has to be attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
I have a brother that works in the NBA now, so he can tell me all this. Like it's a different type of ball game.
Yeah.
With entertainers, it's kind of just like, okay, it's not really, it's still attention to detail, but it's not going to be as, I would say,
the stakes aren't
yeah, the stakes aren't that high.
Exactly, right?
Because, it's kind of just like,
second, they're not looking at them, they're looking at
you give them a few push-ups to do, some pull-ups, some squats. Okay, we're good. Do that for a consistent period of time, eat right, and we're good. With athletes, it's a lot different, you know what I mean? So you really have to focus with athletes a lot more than you would with entertainers.
Mm-hmm. And then what is the most intense workout that you've made for yourself?
Hit-Robix. Hit-Robix for sure, man. I did that when we were first on lockdown. Mm-hmm. I was just doing it because at that time, I hadn't really perfected it yet. Mm-hmm. So I had to really practice on myself. That's all I really had to do. So I'd be in the gym, before me even, working out, doing my own workout, I would do my class on myself. Wow. Then I would go run. Then I would go hit the weights. So that took, honestly, out of all those three, the classes took a lot out of me. Only because it's just short rest breaks. I didn't give myself a lot of time to rest. It was probably maybe 15, 20 seconds and I'm on to the next exercise. So it was really rapid fire. It's really quick. And that's how I came up with everything. That's how I kind of perfected the format and the way everything is structured.
Mm-hmm. What do you want people to know about you and the message you want to people to receive when they go into your class the first time, when they go on your Instagram page? What do you want people to know first and foremost?
This guy don't play around. This guy's serious,
mm-hmm.
And he's going to really get me into the best shape of my life if I go in there with that mentality. I'm going to push you. People can tell you in my class, I push them. I'll tell you during the exercise if you fall down or if you like take a second to catch your breath. I'm like, yo, get up. Mm-hmm. You ain't done yet. We still got 10 more reps to go. It's not done yet. Get up. I'll say that throughout the entirety of the workout if I see you slipping, but that's only to push you past your limits.
Yeah.
I'll see a lot of classes, and this is not no knock to any other classes. Like people will catch their breath and they'll just, take their time with it. And that's cool. If that's how you do your classes, that's cool. But for me, I want to get the best out of people. Mm-hmm. I want them to see that they can go farther than where they are right now. So I'm just like, I'm on you. I'm on you. If I see one little instance where you slip up, I'm on you. I'm trying to get you better. So,
And finally, where can people find you on Instagram, on your fitness regime, on your website? Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at mac.solomon. That's mac.solomon. You can also find me on Hit-Robix on Instagram at HIITROBIX. And my website is projectfitness.com. That's projectfitness.com.
And one last question. What's 3 quick workouts anybody could do just to get started? What's 3 quick workouts?
Man, I'm all about the basics. You know, for me, you know, less is more. So, you know, just basic stuff: squats, push-ups, sit-ups, you know, run in place, things like that. I like to make circuits, you know, so, you know, you can do those 4 exercises, about 3 sets, 4 sets of, you know, 20 reps, 30 seconds, you know, just to get started.